Hey guys, Josh here, and today I have another video for you. In today's video, I'm going over two of the best M4A1 classes you can possibly make in Modern Warfare. So over the past week, I've been trying and grinding for Obsidian for my M4, and in the meantime of that, I found two very great M4 classes. One is for super long range, one is meant for high mobility while also being pretty decent at range, which makes the super long range one super great at Warzone and the super high mobility one great on multiplayer. So now let's get into these class setups. For our first setup today, we're going to look at the more long range Warzone styled M4 class. To start off this class, are the perks, and I'll tell you what to run. For our perk 1, select EOD. The reason we're running EOD in this case is because in Warzone a lot of people run launchers and explosive lethals, so a little bit more protection from those keeps us safe and allows us to survive in the long run. For our perk 2, select, of course, Overkill. The reason we're running Overkill in Warzone is because having a very quick SMG in our back pocket can help us out in close quarter situations where the M4 simply cannot. For our final perk, run Amped. The reason we're running Amped in Warzone is because we're running Overkill. Allowing us to switch between our primary and secondary just quicker allows us to, of course, survive when we need a little bit more extra ammo, or even in, of course, a close quarter situation. Now that our perks are out of the way, let's finally get into the class itself. For our first attachment, go to Muzzle and select the Monolithic Suppressor. The reason we're running Monolithic Suppressor is, of course, for a little bit of extra range while also being sound suppressed, meaning that our shots will be heard or even seen on the map. For our next attachment, go to Barrel and select the stock M16 Grenadier. The reason running the stock M16 Grenadier is the same reason people run the Tempest 26.4 Archangel on the Growl. It just gives us the best damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control the gun can possibly have. For our next attachment, go to Underbarrel and set the Ranger foregrip. The reason we're running the Ranger foregrip is because it helps us control recoil while also giving us aiming stability, allowing us to, of course, keep our aim steady at longer ranges. For our next attachment, go to Ammunition and select the 60 round mag. The reason we're running the 60 round mag is basically just to have more ammo to spread and shoot at our enemies. For our final attachment of the Warzone class, go to Rear Grip and select the Stippled Grip Tape. The reason we're running Stippled Grip Tape is basically to speed us up in ADS time because all these other attachments slow us down a lot, even worse than the Tempest 26.4 Archangel did to the Drow. So this brings it back to a reasonable amount. So that is the M4 class for, of course, Warzone. I already went through this, but for your secondary, I recommend either MP7 or MP5 because we, of course, are running Overkill in this instance. An added tip for this class, for your tactical, of course, run Heartbeat Sensor. It is extra help, especially for running trios or quads to sneak up on your enemies, because a lot of people are running Overkill and not Ghost. And that is that for the M4A1 Warzone class. Now on to the more multiplayer focused M4A1 class. I'll even say this now, I would even use this M4A1 class as a secondary in Warzone because how good I think it is. But before we can get into the class itself, I'm going to tell you what perks to run with it. For our first perk, select EOD. The reason we're running EOD is because a lot of people in multiplayer run explosive lethals and even launchers as their secondary, so being able to survive that allows us to, of course, survive and play longer without dying. For our second perk, I recommend using Ghost. The reason we're running Ghost is because it just allows us to be undetected from UAVs, personal radars, or even heartbeat sensors, which is a great help to stay in high kill streaks. And for our final perk, Perk 3, run Tune-Up. The reason we're running Tune-Up in multiplayer is because just being able to get dead silence or stopping power rounds a little sooner is a great help to stay on high kill streaks or even just get around the map quicker and get more kills. Now that the perks are out of the way, let's jump into the M4 class. For our first attachment, go to muzzle and select the monolithic suppressor. The reason running monolithic suppressor is the same reason we did in Warzone, for our benefit of extra range while also staying suppressed and allowing us to stay undetected on the map. For our next attachment, go to laser and select the tact laser. The reason running tact laser in the M4 is because tact laser speeds up this weapon a lot. It just speeds up our ADS time, allowing us to win gunfights before our enemies can even aim down sights. For our next attachment, go to ammunition and select the 50 round magazine. The reason running 50 round magazine is because I find the 30 round magazine does not have enough bullets for long range gunfights with more than 3 people, so allowing us just to destroy even one more kill here or there is a great trade-off to have and does not even slow us down as much as the 60 round magazine. For our next attachment, go to rear grip and select the stippled grip tape. The reason we're running stippled grip tape is because stippled grip tape speeds up the weapon a lot, allowing us to ADS quicker, just allowing us to win gunfights quicker, just like the tact laser. So for our final attachment on the M4, go to stock and select the no stock option. The reason running no stock is basically just to help the ADS time and movement speed. The whole point of this build was to be quick, just like SMG, while also keeping the range of AR, meaning this class is very deadly at being both of those things, and I find this to be extremely great getting Obsidian, because the whole point of this video was to show you the 2 best classes I found while trying to get Obsidian, and this is possibly one of the best classes I've used in Modern Warfare to date. With that being said, there's another thing you can do to make this one of the best mobility AR classes in the game. The simple thing is just running Cali sticks as our secondary weapon. I find Cali sticks to be amazing in this game, just giving us that little extra speed we need to get halfway across the map to of course be either on their side of the map coming from behind to give incredible flanks, allowing us to of course get high kills. And with that being said, both M4 classes are now complete. If you enjoyed this video, leave it a like, but if you didn't enjoy the video, leave a dislike and let me know why you didn't like the video. And with that being said, this is the end of the video. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, leave in the comments below what weapon you want to see and a whole class up about it. And, well, if you enjoyed the gameplay you watched today, I got from my Twitch, Josh Doot. So if you want to see more gameplay like that, always go check out my Twitch. So other than that, I hope everyone has a great day and a happy 4th of July.
UAV is ready for flyover. This is Falcon 3-0. Good copy. Beginning flyover. Enemy at the courtyard. UAV is out of fuel. UAV is ready for flyover. Cluster strike ready for launch.
Target marked. Bring it down.
Drop their flag. Find their flag. Got the VTOL on station, ready to deploy. Friendly care package inbound. Horseman 3-1 arriving on station. This is our fight. Stay focused.